Hello guys, and good evening and welcome. Welcome. Okay guys, so welcome to our class for today. So I'm just going to wait a little bit for people to join the stream. Okay. So once we get enough people to join the stream, we are going to go ahead and start immediately. Okay. So guys, so if you can hear me, please let me know. If you can see me, let me know. I think I'm just going to end this stream right now and come back, reschedule the time or something. Just reschedule it. Okay. So guys, please, if you can hear me, please let me know so that I can start immediately, because today's class needs a lot of explanation for those of you that don't know how to cut flay. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to cut 3 types of flay today, and it is a simple process. So I just need somebody to confirm on the comment section that you can actually hear me, please. So once you confirm, we are going to go straight into our tutorial for today. So I'm just trying to tidy up my things and arrange them properly, and then we can go ahead and start. Okay, so please let me know in the comment section that you can hear me, because this is not a tutorial that I can just start. I really need somebody to confirm on the comment section that you can hear me. If we are not ready for this stream, I can cancel it and reschedule it for later tonight, maybe by 8:30 p.m. Okay. So those of you that are joining, please let me know. Let me know. Okay, Former, thank you so much, and you are welcome. You are welcome. So all right, so we're just going to go straight because I actually have another meeting. So I just need to go over this. Yes, welcome. Thank you so much for those of you that joined. So in today's class, like I said, we're going to be learning how to cut 3 types of flay. It is a simple process. So for those of you that have been getting confused about cutting flay, that don't know how to cut flay, so today I'm going to show you guys how to cut flay. So the first flay, which is the normal peplon, which is you can't hear me. The first person says they can hear me, you say you can't hear me. Okay, let's see. Can you hear me now? Please let me know. Can you hear me now? Mommy, can you hear me? Please let me know. Can you hear me? Let me know, please. If you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me. Former. Okay, thank you so much. So let's continue, please. So the first flay is the 360-degree flay, which is the normal flay that we normally cut. You understand that? Which is the normal peplon that we normally cut. So the formula for that one is 300 and is 3. That is the formula for cutting of a peplon. That's your peplon waist is 6.28. So that 6.28 is like, yes, Felicia, thank you so much. So that 6.28 is like a constant formula when you are cutting a flame. Okay, so let me just adjust my tripod a little bit, so let it face my table. Yes, so that's like the formula for cutting of a peplon. So how you determine the waist area of your peplon is 6.28. That is what you will use. Okay, so now when you want to cut a peplon that is one, that's one normal flay, here is how you are going to do the calculation. It is a simple process. So I have my fabrics here, I already cut them out. So here is how you will do the calculation. For instance, you just want to cut one peplon. You take your waist. You know that this 6.28 is the formula. That one is standard for waist of a peplon. So what you will do now, for instance, okay, let's use a waist of 20 inches for this our tutorial. For instance, my waist is 20 and I want to cut a peplon that will fit and it will be full. So what I will do, I'll take that 20 inches, that's 20 inches, I'll add my zipper allowance, which is +2. You understand? Depends on how many inches you are using for your zipper allowance. So when you add that, I'm going to have 22. So when I have 22, I'm going to need a calculator. Please bring my other phone, please. So when I have 22, I'm going to now divide this 22 now. I'll divide 22 by 6.28. Okay, so when I divide 22 by 6.28, because 6.28 is the formula, I will now divide it. When I divide it by 6.28, I'm going to have like 3.5 inches. You understand? So that, let's see, 22 divided by 6.28. Yes, I'm going to have like 3.5, which is 3.5. So this 3.5 now is what I'm going to use to cut my flame. So now let's cut the first flame using the formula. So that's how easy this is. So now when you fold your fabric now, you fold your fabric now that you want to use to cut your flame, fold it into 4. When you fold that fabric into 4, you know that you are adding, you come to this point, you see this point like this, you place your pencil, what do you call it, you place your tape here, and you are going to mark 3.5. So when you mark your 3.5 like this, you are going to mark it all around. You understand? You mark it all around like that. So just follow what I'm doing. My fabric is not very big, so you mark that 3.5. You mark it, that's, you measure it like from here to here to here to here, and then you mark it round. So after marking that 3.5 round, so that's your waist. You are now going to, from this point now, you now mark the length of your flay. So for instance, what I have here left is about 7 inches. So I'm just going to use that as my measurement. So this measurement now, this is a full flay. That's a full circle flay, full circle, one circle flay. So when you cut this one, it is going to be full. Okay, so you can see. So if you have any questions, please, today let's just treat this and note that. Okay, let's see. Happy Sunday, ma. Thank you so much, Rachel. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. So now you will now cut it. This is 360 flay, which is our normal one flay that we used to cut. We cut them for sleeves, we cut them for peplon. When you are cutting, cut above. You cut them for everything. Can you guys see? You see, this is our normal 360-degree flay. See how it is looking? This is 360 flay. That's one flay. You understand? You can use them for sleeves, you can use them, but once you follow this formula, you are going to get it perfectly well. Okay, so now the next peplon that we're going to cut now, we're going to cut the 720. When we say 720, you remember that this is 6 Tope, you're welcome. Jackson, you're welcome. You remember that this is 360, which is one flay. So 720 is 2 flay. That's like this, 2. But when you are cutting it, you still need your waist measurement to be the accurate waist measurement. So you don't need to now cut two of these full ones like this, as this waist measurement, use it to cut two. If you cut it, that one you have buy market for the clothes. Okay, thank you so much, Jackson, you're welcome. So now what we are going to cut, now we want to cut out two 360-degree flay, but the waist area is not going to be three, is not going to have this full measurement of one. So just watch what we are going to do. So we are going to go back to our calculation again. I'll show you guys how to calculate it. Okay, so now you all know that we are using a waist measurement of 20 inches. You understand? That's the peplum waist, that's the waist, the round waist is 20. So now when you want to cut 720 flay, 720 flay is 2 flay, so that means we are cutting out 2 flay. So what you will do, you take that your 20 inches, which is your waist measurement, you bring it out, you write 20 inches out, and then you add your zip allowance plus 2. Make sure you add it. Oh, so when you add the zip allowance plus 2, you know that our peplum we are going to cut out 2, so you need allowance that you are going to use to join it. So you are going to determine how much allowance do you want to use. Do you want to use 1 inch allowance to join it, or do you want to use half inch allowance? So you are going to determine that. If you want to use half inch allowance, you can add 1 inch, but if you want to use 2 inches allowance, you add 2 inches to it. So for this, let's add 2 inches to it. So at the end of the day, when you finish adding them like this, what you are going to now have, you are going to have 24 inches. So when you have that 24 inches now, that 24, you are not just going to cut, you are not just going to use this 24 to divide 6.28. No, because you are cutting out 2 flay, you will divide that 24 into 2. If you are here, if you don't understand anything, tell me, because this thing can be confusing. So many people, it has been giving them issues. They don't know how to calculate flay formula, and it is a simple process. Once you catch it, you catch it. Okay, so now you now have 24 inches. When you have 24 inches, you divide that 24 by 2. So when we divide 24 by 2, we are going to have 12 inches. So now it is this 12 inches now, because we are going to cut out 2. It is this 12 inches now that you are not going to use to, you are not going to divide with the peplum formula, which is 6.28. That's 12 divided by 6.28. Okay, so when we divide it, let's see, we have 12 divided by 6.28. We are going to have 1.9. So can you guys see? Can you see? So for you to know this 1.9 now, if you add it together too, you get almost, you get like that 3.5. Thank you, Aliko, thank you so much, you're welcome. So we'll have 1.9. So that 1.9 now, we're going to use that 1.9 to cut out 2 flay. When we cut out that 2 flay, it will now turn to this one. So now let's cut. Let me get my fabric. Oh, notification now, help me. So this is it. My fabric is not complete, like jeez. So this is it. We're going to use this one now for our 2 flay. So for that 2 flay, we need 1.9 inches. So that 1.9 inches now, so you can place both of them together if you want to cut both of them the same. So let's just place them. You can cut them 1-1. Make sure that this folded edge, they are folded. Okay, so you place them like this, and then you are going to marking 1.9. So that 1.9 now, this is where you are coming to mark that your 1.9. So you know that 1.9 is not up to 2 inches. This is what you will do. You will mark it round at the waist, because that's what you need. You understand? You just mark it round like that. That your 1.9. If you approximate it to 2 inches, it will not be good, because at the end of the day, the waist is going to be too big. So you mark it like that, the 1.9 now. So what you are doing is you come down like this, mark your 1.9. Then when you are done, you will now mark the length. So for this, let's use 8 inches, because my fabric is a little bit bigger. So you, at this point, after marking that waist, the next thing you are going to mark is your length, the length of your flay, the length of your peplum. Just mark it that way. So when you mark it like this, so like I said, if you have questions, please drop it on the comment section. Thank you so much, Felicia. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate. I appreciate. So now you will cut it now. So let's cut now, okay? So this one now we are cutting now is 2 flay, which is 720 flay. So you cut it like this, and then you will cut this like this, okay? So when you cut it now, I'm going to show you guys the beauty of this flay. So you open them. You will just pick one part and open, and then you pick another part, and then you will open, okay? So when you open them, at the end of the day, this is how our flay is going to look. Can you see? I'm trying to see if I can get things. My pin was somewhere. I'm coming. Fully enough, I used that pin just now. I don't even know where I kept it again. So I'm just trying to get to show. I wanted to pin it to show you guys how this will look like. Let me look for the pin. So I'm trying to get some pins. So I'll get some here like this. And then I'll get these ones here like this, okay? So I've gotten some. I did not see the full pack. I kept it somewhere. I used it. So I'll pin them together. I just want to pin it so that you guys can just see how the 720 flay looks like, the beauty of it, okay? So after everything, this is how our 720 flay looks like. Can you see? Can you guys see? Can you see how full this is? Can you see? Can you see? You see? Joy, thank you so much. You're welcome. Irene, welcome. Thank you so much for the feedback. Can you see? This is 720. Can you see how full it is? This is now 2 flay. So at the end of the day, you see the waist. This waist will still enter. And you see how it is looking full. It's fine. So this is 2 flay, which is 720. Once you follow the calculation like that, you get it perfectly well, and your flay will be full. So it now depends on your fabric. How much fabric do you have? Do you understand? So that is what will determine how much fullness you will cut your fabric. Do you understand? And if you have plenty fabric, top. If you don't have plenty fabric, you know how to manage it. But this 720 is it, as in, once you have fabric that is not too much, you can actually use this to cut out your flay, and your flay will still be full. So it's not going to. So this 720, you see how it is. So let me go back again and show you guys our 360. I actually did not open it before, so let me open it. So this one is 1 flay, which is our 360. You see how it is. This is 1 flay. You see how it is looking. And then why this one is 2 flay, which is 720. Okay. So now the next one we are going to cut now is our 1080 flay. Funny. Okay, I said it now. I wanted to say I was missing one fabric. So the last one now, which is the third one that we're going to cut, is the 1080. So 1080 is 3 flay, okay? So 3 flay, in order for you to calculate the 3 flay, so we're going to still go back to our paper and then do our calculation. So for this, what you will do, since you want to cut out 3 flay, you know that we are using our waist measurement that we're using for this is 20 inches. So that 20 inches, you will write it out. This is 20 inches. That's your client's waist. Okay, so look at the way I'm sweating. And then the next thing you will put into consideration is 3 flay. That's what we are cutting. So how many inches are you going to use to join your flay? Miriam, thank you so much. You're welcome. Good evening. Felicia, thank you so much. Okay, Irene, okay, yeah, I've read that one. So how many inches do you want to use to join your flay? Do you want to use half inches? So if you want to use half inches, that's okay. Let me show you guys what I meant by joining your flay. You guys saw the join that I joined now. You saw the join that I joined here. So do you want to use 1 inch to join your flay, or you want to use like half of an inch So you put that into consideration. You need to add it, because if you do not add it, it will truncate the waist measurement. Okay, so now for this one now, if you want to use half inch to do it, you can add 1.5 inch to it. But if you want to use 1 inch to do it, you will add 3 inches. So let's just be on the safe side. Let's do 3 inches. Okay, it's better for it to be too big than for it to be too small. So if it is too big, you can always just use tie and hold it. Where is my pin? I was looking for it. You can use tie. Give me. The person that took it and brought it back. So you can use, like I was saying, you can use half inch, or you can use 1 inch. So it's better to be safe. So let's do 1 inch. Okay, so that 1 inch now, that 20 inches, you have your 20 inches plus 3 inches, because we are going to join 3 fillet together. I want to use 1 inch to join the 3 fillet. So we have 3. And then remember your what do you call it, your zipper allowance. You need to add it together, because if you do not add it, it's going to be another problem. So that's +2 for your zip allowance. This is optional. You determine how many inches you use for your zip allowance. You are the one that will choose it. Okay, so at the end of the day, when you add 20 plus 3 plus 2, you are going to have 25. So this 25 now, you divide that 25 into 3, because we are cutting out 3 fillet. So when I'm done with this, for those of you that are just joining, I'll go over all of the calculation again so that you guys can see it. Okay, so now we're going to say 25 divided by 3. So when you divide 25 by, okay, sorry, I was timing it. 25 divided by 3, I'm going to have 8.3. So that 8.3, I can approximate it to 8. Why can I approximate it to 8? Because I use 1 inch for my allowance. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to run into any problem. I'm still going to be safe. So I can use 8 inches. So let's use 8 inches. So when we now have 8 inches now, we're now going to divide that 8 inches by 6.28. Okay, so I'm coming. So now we're going to now divide it with our play formula. So when we do that, I'm going to have, so I'm trying to get my fabric. So let me divide it. So 8. So I'm going to have like 1.3. So I'm going to have like 1.3. So this 1.3 now is what I'm now going to use. Sorry guys. So this 1.3, sorry guys, 1.3 is what I will now cut. So now let's cut. So now you take your fillet, your peplum here. Mary, you are welcome. You are going to place it here. So you mark 1.3 here. Now you have 3 fabric, because you are going to cut out 3 fillet. So you mark your 1.3 here. So you are just going to mark it like this. Mark it round, just the way we have been doing it, like this. Just mark it round like this. Okay, so I'll mark it round like this, and then I can decide to cut them one or place them on top of each other, and make sure that all of them, they are well placed like this. Okay, so when I place them like this, and then after that, I'm going to take the length of my fillet. So at this point, I want to take the length of my fillet. So I'm just going to mark it round. So my fabric is a little bit smaller here. So but just follow the same process. Everything is still the same. Okay, so I'll mark you at this point. Now you mark your your measurements, and then you cut. So this one is like, this one is going to be very full, so you cut the top out. So when you cut the top out, you will now pick all of them and then open up one part of it. Okay, so you open up one part. So that is why it's better for you to use 1 inch, because at the end of the day you will join this side and join this side. So when you finish like that, we are going to pin them together. Now let's see. So let's see how full this one is going to look. So this, I'm just trying to pin. Let's just pin, and then we'll pin the other one. So at the end of the day, after joining this live class, how to calculate flay should not be a problem to you again. You can see how simple and easy it is. It should not be like a mirage or mystery in your eyes. So at the end of the day, this is our 3 flay. Can you guys see? Can you see how full it is? Can you see? Can you see? You see how full it is? It is very full. So at the end of the day, this is our 1080 flay. You can see naturally this one, you don't even need to do too much work on it. That's like adding too much stay or pepper or crinoline on it. On its own, it is already folded and it is full already. So guys, so this is how you actually cut all of your peplum. So guys, so thank you so much for those of you that tuned in into our class for today. If you have any questions, you can drop your questions. So like I said, you can just drop your questions. Let me check. I still have a little bit of time so that I can attend to your questions. I have another meeting, so I need to. So I'm just trying to put my pins back, because my pins, they're always getting missing. You will buy and buy and buy and buy and buy. Okay guys, so those of you that tuned in, thank you so much guys for joining our live class for today. Thank you so much. No, I'll pick it. That's how they go missing. So just disappear. Pew. Look at the way I'm sweating. I need to get my fan. This is raining season, and I'm sweating like this. Abuja's sun. Alright, so thank you so much guys for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you that tuned in into our live class for today. Thank you, Mary. Okay, Sandra, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Thank you guys. So guys, I'll see you in my next live class, which is going to be on Tuesday by God's grace. For those of you that are always asking, when is the class? When? On Tuesday by God's grace. So guys, we're calling it a wrap.